welcome back to Cabin.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong when I'd already found my home. Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, a place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
Should we go get some water for you guys? Come on, get in. Good boy, good boy. Come here, Aspen. I'm gonna take this tree down today. It's one of my projects up here. The reason I'm taking this down is because this tree is diseased. And this tree sits right close next to my cabin. Oh, this is a tall, straight tree. I'm a little worried about pulling it down, but I think it's leaning this way. I'm going to try to drop it down here. I'll let my saw warm up in the cabin, and then I'm going to take this tree down. I'm going to try to drop it right over here. That's the plan. It actually worked okay. It fell right where I needed it to fall, right where it was kind of leaning. But the first time I went to do my back cut, I got it a little low, and so I had to put a wedge in it, come up above it, and cut another back cut to get it, because it needs to break right where your front cut is. It needs to break right across there clean, and that hinge will just, you don't want the hinge up high or low. It needs to be right across that same plane, and it did. On to my next winter project. Last summer, this Red Mountain Valley roof rake was on sale for about 40% off, and so I picked it up because I've been needing one on the north side of my cabin where the snow really doesn't melt. And if you recall, I fixed that vent up there this summer, and I want to keep the snow, come up here every few weeks and keep the snow off of it. So while I do that today, I will go ahead and see how this roof rake works and give it a rating. Okay, so the installation is assembly is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this, and then we'll put it to use, see how it works. Okay, it's assembled. I have not used one of these roof rakes before. I hope it's correct. I've started trying it out. I'm going to try to clear off this north side as much snow as I can get off of it to help. That vent over there is the main reason I got this, so I'm going to try to work my way up over there to do that vent. One thing, you need to stay out of the way of that. I'm really glad to be getting the snow off of the roof. It is hard, heavy. This 2 feet of snow that put this on our off-grid cabin's roof in November was a wet snow. And so this bottom layer that's not coming off is just mostly solid ice. And that's fine. The other reason I want to take this off is we've had the snow build up 2-3 feet on this north side before, become heavy in the spring, and then come off in sheets of ice. And it usually piles up to about the roof line of our garage. But twice, it came off so fast that it's cracked, broke a couple studs inside the garage. And I don't have the inside of the garage insulated or sheathed yet, the sheathing, no doubt, would help support these, which I need to do. But that's the other reason I want to take this off, so that there's not such a buildup. So come spring, so when that starts to come off, there's not so much on there to damage the walls in my garage. So I'm going to keep working at this. Wow, so I got the north side cleared, my roof cleared pretty good. That's left an inch of ice, pretty much. So I feel really good about this. This roof rake that I got, I think, I hope I'm using it correctly. No instructions on how to use it, just how to put it together. So that would be my only thing, is if there was it seems pretty straightforward, but if I'm using it incorrectly, then I don't know, because I've never used one. And there was no instructions on saying how to use it, just how to put it together. So, seems pretty obvious. Hope I used it correctly. If I didn't, please let me know in the comments. But I will give this thing a 9 out of 10. Now, had it give some instructions or directions on how to use it, things to be aware of, because some of that stuff comes down and hits you. So stand to the side, things that you find out pretty obviously once you start to use it. But if it had given me those, I'd give it a 10, I guess. We'll see how long it lasts. But for first use, 9 out of 10 on this roof rake. My second project's completed up here at the cabin. I have one more that I need to do while I'm up here this time. I'll get onto that in just a minute. Well, I started my next project, which was repairing a sled that I used to haul in supplies with my snowmobile. But I realized that I didn't have all of the materials necessary to repair that sled. So that'll have to be another project, maybe a part 2 of this series, winter projects at the off-grid cabin. Instead, I decided I would take the drone for a flight and just show you how beautiful it can be up here in wintertime. how little snow we have this year, which is really surprising and a little bit concerning.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can.
After flying the drone, it was time to take the three pups for a walk. Shadow, Bravo, and Aspen. We really enjoy these times that we get to spend in the mountains, going for walks. I think I enjoy them almost as much as the dogs. After a short break in the cabin, it was time to chop some wood. It seems like you can never chop enough wood to be prepared for winter weather. But I needed to fill the wood racks in the cabin. I thought I would chop up some of this pine that I cut down 2 years ago. It's good and dry now. Yes. Oh, look at the colors out here tonight. Wow. There's clouds. See the moon up there. The following morning, and after a good night's rest, I might add, it was time to restock the kindling in the cabin. I had a pile of dried aspen that I had stacked up a couple years prior. This aspen makes a great kindling. Later that day, it was time to start packing up so we could head out. A snowstorm was expected that evening, and we wanted to make sure we made it out of there before the storm hit. Okay, we're all loaded up. We're leaving our off-grid cabin. We've had a great weekend up here. If you liked our video, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Until next time, keep calm and carry on.